Friends, in today's video, we will discuss 2 homemade substitutes for Epsom salt. These are 2 home remedies that you can very easily prepare at home and use in place of Epsom salt. They possess all the beneficial properties found in the store-bought version. Before we talk about these 2 homemade substitutes, let's first discuss what exactly Epsom salt is. What are the uses of Epsom salt? What benefits does it offer to plants? Which plants should Epsom salt be used on? And which ones should it strictly not be used on? In what quantities should it be applied, and how often should it be used? What are the potential downsides of using too much of it? Let's discuss all of these points in detail first. Then, I will explain how you can prepare these substitutes right at home, specifically, using 2 different methods. So, friends, Epsom salt is basically magnesium sulfate, also known as milligram SO. This means it contains both magnesium and sulfur. Magnesium and sulfur are among the most essential nutrients required for plant growth. Specifically, while nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, NPK, are the 3 primary nutrients crucial for plant growth, magnesium and sulfur are 2 of the next most important nutrients. Both magnesium and sulfur are classified as secondary nutrients, and they are found in abundance in Epsom salt. Epsom salt is primarily used to correct magnesium deficiencies in plants. It is typically harvested from natural springs, that is, from natural water sources or mineral-rich springs. People often confuse it with *sender namak*, rock salt. However, Epsom salt and rock salt are 2 entirely different substances. Furthermore, Epsom salt is available in the market in various forms and varieties. In other words, the specific grade of Epsom salt intended for plant use differs from the grade used for household purposes or for therapeutic applications, such as pain relief. Now, let's discuss the benefits of using it, as well as when and in what quantities it should be applied. Regular use of this product helps maintain a vibrant luster in your plants. It keeps the flowers, leaves, and even the fruits looking shiny and healthy, as it helps replenish chlorophyll levels. Chlorophyll is essential for maintaining the lush green color of a plant. Furthermore, its application leads to an increased number of flowers and buds on your plants. The issue of flowers dropping, commonly known as bud drop, can also be significantly controlled through its use. When planting, if you place a small amount of Epsom salt directly beneath the plant's roots, it helps protect the plant from transplant shock. This is because it greatly facilitates the plant's ability to rapidly absorb nutrients present in the surrounding soil. Consequently, the plant avoids going into shock as it begins receiving immediate nutritional support. You may use this product regularly, but it is crucial to apply it in limited quantities. You must avoid adding excessive amounts to your plants, otherwise, instead of providing benefits, it may actually cause harm. You can apply this product to your plants in 2 or 3 different ways, one of which is via spraying. For a spray application, the recommended ratio is 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt per 4 liters of water. In this instance, I am using 5 liters of water, so I have added approximately 1½ tablespoons, 1 full tablespoon plus an additional ½ tablespoon. You do not need to use a larger quantity than this. That is to say, you should not apply more than this amount to your plants. If your plants are exhibiting signs of magnesium deficiency, you should apply this treatment once every 15 days. Alternatively, you should apply this as a spray once a month. You can also perform drenching with it, that is, applying it directly to the plants, by dissolving the salt directly into a watering can, as shown here. For drenching, you may use a slightly higher concentration. Specifically, you should use 1 teaspoon per liter of water. Since I am using a larger tablespoon measure here, I have added ½ tablespoon of the salt per liter. Drenching should be performed either once a month, or, if there is a visible magnesium deficiency, once every 15 days. Simply dissolve it directly in water and pour it around the roots of the plants. You can also use this product in another way, by applying approximately 1 teaspoon directly into the soil around the plants in its dry form. Apply it about 1 or 2 inches away from the roots. Then thoroughly loosen and mix the soil so that the product integrates well. This application should also be repeated once every 15 days or once a month, maintaining the same dosage. Do not use an excessive amount so that covers the detailed information regarding Epsom salt. I shared this first because whenever I post a video about Epsom salt or recommend its use, most people are completely unfamiliar with it. Now, let's discuss how you can prepare a homemade alternative or substitute for it, using two different methods. The first homemade option you can create involves following these specific steps. These particular chickpeas are also known as *Kabuli chana * or garbanzo beans. They are an abundant source of magnesium, making them an excellent provider of this nutrient. You can adjust the quantity you use based on how much of the fertilizer you wish to prepare. For instance, to make 1 liter of this fertilizer, you will need approximately 50 grams of these chickpeas. Simply take about 50 grams of the chickpeas and add roughly 1 liter of water to them. For this process, use a container that has a lid, one that allows you to seal it tightly and securely. Once tightly sealed, place the container in a completely shaded area for 5 to 7 days. Allow it to ferment thoroughly, only then will it be ready for use. I should mention upfront that, as it ferments, it will emit a somewhat unpleasant odor. Therefore, it is crucial to keep it tightly covered to prevent attracting any pests, insects, or bugs. I have already prepared a batch in a container, so you can see that after about 5 to 7 days, it will look something like this once fermented. The color of the water has changed completely, and you may also notice a layer of foam on the surface, which is a result of the fermentation process. It will have a rather strong smell. However, since this is an incredibly useful product, I suggest you simply bear with the odor. Finally, before using the mixture, make sure to give it a very thorough stir. Then, it is ready for use. After mixing, you must thoroughly strain, or filter, the mixture. Once strained, do not discard the leftover chickpeas. You can reuse them 2 to 3 more times. You may continue using them until the chickpeas have completely broken down and blended into the liquid. To reuse them, simply add plain, that is, clear, water to the container and let it sit for another 3 days. After that period, it is ready for use again. You can repeat this process, letting it sit for 2 days before using, until the chickpeas are fully exhausted. Regarding the dosage, for application, mix 100 milliliters of this liquid fertilizer into 1 liter of water. There is no need to add more than this, as the solution is fully fermented, highly potent, and rich in beneficial microbes. Ensure you mix and dissolve it thoroughly in the water. Once mixed, you can apply it to your plants, adjusting the quantity according to the plant size, ranging from 50 to 100 milliliters for smaller plants up to approximately 150 to 200 milliliters for larger ones. You can pour it directly onto the plant's roots. You can use this fertilizer on a wide variety of plants, including vegetable plants, fruit-bearing plants, and all your outdoor flowering plants. So, that covers the first substitute, or option. Now, for the second option, which is arguably one of the best and certainly the most economical choice, we turn to onion peels. Those very onion peels that you typically consider waste and discard actually contain a wealth of various nutrients and micronutrients. In particular, they are rich in significant quantities of nutrients such as magnesium. Incidentally, Epsom salt also contains magnesium and sulfur. The very best option is onion peels, which are rich in magnesium and sulfur. To prepare a liquid fertilizer from onion peels, take about 1 liter of water and add 5 to 6 onion peels. After adding them to the water, cover the container securely and place it in a completely shaded area for 2 to 3 days. After 3 days, the color of the water will change, appearing something like this. This indicates that all the nutrients and micronutrients present in the onion peels have thoroughly dissolved and blended into the water, particularly magnesium and sulfur. To use this mixture, take 1 liter of fresh water and mix in approximately 200 to 300 milliliters of this onion-infused liquid fertilizer. You should then use this liquid fertilizer to water your plants, applying between 50 milliliters and 150 milliliters per plant, depending on its size. You can reuse the same batch of peels twice. For the first application, simply strain the liquid, mix it as described, and use it. Afterward, add fresh water to the remaining peels and set them aside again for another 3 to 4 days to allow the fertilizer to brew once more. It will then be ready for a second use. Finally, add the leftover peels to your compost bin so that nothing goes to waste. You can use these 2 homemade fertilizers as a substitute for chemical salts on any type of plant. You may apply either of these fertilizers once every 15 days. They are particularly beneficial for plants such as tomatoes, eggplants, chilies, bell peppers, and flowering plants like hibiscus, roses, and Uprojector, butterfly pea. Give them a try, you will see excellent results. Additionally, if you choose to use chemical salts, remember never to spray them directly onto the leaves of any leafy vegetable plants. If you enjoyed today's video and found this information helpful, please be sure to give it a like. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you continue to receive notifications for upcoming videos.